I recently made a video about casting your cares on God, and one of my friends and subscribers from YouTube made a comment suggesting that that's great advice, but how do I do it? And so this is in response to that excellent question. Now, let me also say that some of this is coming from or based on some readings I've done from John Piper, who's an excellent theologian, pastor, preacher, and so you can look him up and look at what he says about it. But there's two ingredients or two factors that you have to keep in mind when we talk about casting our cares on God. First, it is a trust factor. Do you trust God to do what God says he will do? And it is a direct relationship. The greater the trust, or inverse, the greater the trust you have in God, the less of a burden you'll have on yourself and place on him. And then it is understanding God's nature, knowing that God wants to shoulder our burdens, that God wants to care for us, that God is glorified when we submit to him and allow him to do the things that he says he would do, to love us in a way that lifts all burdens off of us. Look at it this way. If you are in jail or got picked up for whatever reason, and you're in jail in some place that you've never been before, you're on vacation, and you call your dad. It's about 8 o'clock at night. You call your dad and say, "Hey, Dad, I'm in jail. I can't get out. I need you to bail me out." Your dad says, "I'll be there in 4 hours with the money. I'm going to get you out of there and we'll take care of it." To the extent that you trust your dad, you no longer have any concerns. If the deputy says, "We're going to order breakfast for you for tomorrow morning," you can tell him, "You don't need breakfast," or "I don't need breakfast because my dad said he's going to come get me in about 4 hours." And so it is, you trust your dad to do what your dad says he will do. You know that your dad has the resources to do what he says he will do. And your dad has a track record of keeping his word to you, not for any external reason, but because he loves you just that much. And that is in the sense of casting your cares on God. You got to call him up. You got to tell him what's going on in your life. Cry out to him about whatever it is, and then search his word and listen for his response. And then just believe God. And like I said before, the more you believe God, the less of the burden's going to be on you. This is the ODP, the outdoor pastor, the proud pastor of Spring Hill. Yeah. Let me remind you that you have purpose, you have power. God is destined to prevail. I'll holler at you later. Peace.